Hi, my lovely people. Today is Monday Madness. Your girl is planning on getting at least 3 to 4 uploads out today and possibly going live when it is Monday Madness. That means we go back to back to back to back. We see who's up here on the screen. Let's run our little disclaimer because Miss Peach, Miss Peach, honey, you may be comfortable. And I'm going to say it like Holly Berry and Losing Isaiah. You may be comfortable, but you're still classless. Let's run this intro and go. All right, guys, let's just start right off at the top. This is going to be a little long one because we're going to get down to the bottom. I'm going to be Queen of Petty today. We're going to be Queen of Petty. So let's just first off say this. Boy, ain't it something how everybody is reacting on Peach now? Now, I'm going to say one thing. There's only one other person out here, and that would be Reese Unfiltered, that I have heard constantly react on Peach. I am so, flabbergasted by the people that are picking up all these reactions and have something to say about Peach all of a sudden. Now that your girl, you know what? I ain't even going to get that petty. So let's just keep on going. Let's just keep on going right on up in here, okay? Let's keep it going. Let's keep it pushing. All right, so we seen Peach out here yesterday making a fool of herself. And I'm going to make it a point every day to react on her, maybe once or twice. We're going to pick her apart because I'm still waiting on her to make somebody cry. Wah, wah, wah. What she say, snot, boogers, tears, and all. Well, I'm ready. My eyes are still dry. My nose is still dry. Actually, it's some pollen in the air, and this is really dry. Okay, all right, Farm Marshal Bill, let's get to talking. Okay, so we see Peach yesterday. She comes out and she really says absolutely nothing. She goes live with a girl that she calls her best friend. I'm sorry, the girl that was on live looked like she needed to, do something. I don't know what was going on, and she didn't look like she was your best friend because y'all banter and y'all conversation was a little bit off, and she just kind of sat there and did this and did that. But I guess this is what I wonder. Okay, where are all the employees she was supposed to hire for this content house? It looks like your content house, all you're doing is bouncing around. Literally, you bounced your belly, wiggled it and wobbled it and threw it all around town for us to see in this green dress. But we're gonna get to that. But where are all these employees? Looks like it's a lot of friends and a lot of family just coming over to hang out, do a little dancing and drinking and partying. And I'm gonna say one thing, Peach. I wouldn't give a damn if you drink or you smoke. You do something, because to have an appetite like you do, honey, I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is you're doing, because your metabolism is not that fast, my dear. It is not, because it was just your metabolism. So let me go ahead, because I saw Asia over in the comments. Yeah, Asia Boo Gang, shout out to you. And you said, well, I thought you didn't drink. And somebody just tried to go on top of Asia's head. But I'm gonna tell you something, Asia. It ain't her metabolism, because she ain't burning off nothing. So let me just clear that up, okay? I don't know if she's smoking, if she's toking, if she's taking something on the side. I wouldn't give a shit, girl. All we know is that you're packing on the pounds and you jiggled it yourself. So therefore, we're going to talk about it, okay? All right. Oh who? Okay. So watching her family and friends be around, right? I got a question. Why, if you are so big bag, big bank, and I always say big belly, broke bag. If you're all of that, why can't you put your family and friends on? If I was you, I'd be out here giving them free shout outs, free promotions. I'd be making sure everybody around me had a big bag, but no, not Peach, not classless and trashless. And when I say trashy, do you know why I say trashy? Because somebody gonna say she's not trashy, she's ghetto as all bunkin' boons. But look at this. Take a look at that. You was putting your Milky Way boobs on Daddy Rockwood's head. He does need a new neck. I'm now understanding why Daddy's head is all wrinkled and dinged up, because of you putting those Milky Way boobs on top of his head. Those Sag Daddy, those squirt guns. Because if it wasn't for a push-up bra, honey, you could get a pedicure on your boobs. They're gonna hang down to your toes. You can get a pedicure and a mammogram at the same time. Oh, do you hear me talking to you? A mammogram and a pedicure at the same time, because they be down there. But now I know why he Willie Lump Lump. Now we know why he Willie Lump Lump, because you swinging and dangling them things all up on his head. You're kicking in the air and it ain't going very far. And then you're landing your foot on a daggone trash can. Disgusting. And then I see her in this pink dress and I think to myself, oh, you know how she said, we just talking about all her shorts. Let's just talk about it. How she loves her little leopard cheetah looking bra. Girl, you can love it, but you ain't supposed to show it. And when you get on here and you say, this ain't no orange, it's a peach. Honey, that ain't no peach. That's like a tangerine. That's like a melon. Huh? Like a rotten peach. Okay, anywho, let's get back on subject, y'all, because I don't want to get petty. It's Monday Madness. But anywho, do you ever wonder that? Do you guys ever wonder why Peach does not make everyone around her have a big bag or a big bank? Do we ever wonder that? She's just getting bigger. And y'all, I'm sorry, I don't believe she has as much money as she says she does. Let's see, we all content creators, we all get paid on the 21st. We can take our checks from the 21st. We can plan a vacation on it. I just don't. And I don't know, like I said, I could read Peach up and down. I see her as what she is. She's a ghetto scrumpet. Uh-huh. Yeah, she's a ghetto scrumpet. Uh-huh. She likes to bang around in the hood. She's a smug, okay? If you have big bag, big bank, everyone around you should have big bag, big bank because you should be promoting them like crazy. You get your mother over there, you disrespect your mama, you get her in the kitchen to cook you a meal so that you can get, the big belly and the broke bank. Everything is going to you. I just want to know why everybody around you don't got money. Because that's what it should be. You should be out here making sure everybody got money. Why ain't they getting free classes? Why ain't they taking your tips? See, that's what I'm saying. If the people around her are out here and they ain't worried about getting money on TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, or something else, then maybe y'all should just start thinking that what the dream, that Peach is selling a lot of people may not be the dream that's for you, because the people around her, if they believed in her and they, believed in the hype she was selling and the damn shit she was doing, they would be a part of it and they would be big bag, big bang. Yeah. Do you hear me talking to you? Do you hear me talking to you? They would take her advice and try and be like her, but they don't. They don't, because it's some fuckery and some foolery going on. Now let's just go back to the, poor people comment. It's got everybody's panties in a bunch. Doesn't have mine in a bunch at all. I did have to say this. I went back over and I looked at the comments, okay, on the passport video. There were a few people that were doing some low digs at her children. So yeah, maybe she should have, said something. But at the end of the day, you didn't just point out, see, girl, where's all these, this goes back to where's all your employees? Because see, if you had all these employees that you said that you were going to get, why don't you have an employee that's going through your comments, liking them, weeding out all the negative stuff, and then you wouldn't be upset. You wouldn't even see them. You wouldn't even deal with the content, the comments. You would just drop the content because you big bag, big bank. Where's all these employees? Now, yeah, okay, people say keep kids out of it. Well, I don't see anything that anyone said. I know I didn't, I just said it reflects on the mother pretty much. But I didn't even see in the comments that bad. Someone did use the word nappy. And I'm going to tell you something. I'm a big firm believer. And if you were a watcher of mine, you would know that I don't believe in nappy hair. I say all hair is good hair. It's about how you take care of it. Okay. But girl, you should have screenshotted that comment that got your panties in a bunch. Yes. And you should have addressed that person. But instead, you addressed the whole community of folks and couldn't put a name on it. Now, see, that's why I call you a smug. Because if you were a thug would address it. You hear me? Do y'all hear me? A thug would put a name, to the madness. A thug would have screenshotted and said, I don't know who you is, subscriber, but this is what you said and I don't like it. And I would have addressed it to that person. Or if you felt that Miss Storm had said something you didn't like, I would have said Storm. I would have put a name on it. But see, you can't make a smug put a name on nothing. They want to hide behind the camera and they want to throw out subliminals. But this subliminal may have just bit her in the tail. Because your subliminal of calling people poor when you came from the bottom of nothing and you still have nothing. Now, you could say, oh, I got Gucci shoes and I got Coach this and I got this and that. Girl, but you don't look good in it. So you could go and buy a whole bunch of stuff. You just don't look good in it. And that's just the truth. So keep on buying everything. Because I'm going to tell you something. At the end of the day, you can't hug a bag. You can't cuddle up with no shoes. I mean, you could, but you would look a fool. You can't sit there and get conversation out of money. The people around you are around you for exposure, for money, and that's it. That's why you're poor. You're poor in the mind, you're poor in the brain, you're poor in your social skills. You are poor. So if we're going to keep using the word poor and we're going to keep on going on and on and on about who's poor and who's not, Peach, you're poor. Your edges are poor. Uh-huh. Your feet are poor. Your style is poor. Your mentality is poor. So y'all, you know what? I had to stand up for the poor people in the back. Uh-huh. I sure did. Then I also had to stand up for Willie Lump Lump. Because Willie Lump Lump is over there getting dings and dongs all upside his head. See, we saw this picture of Willie Lump Lump and we thought, dang, what's wrong with him? What happened? We know now. We know now. That's because Peach put the Milky Ways on his head. Willie Lump Lump, you better escape, honey. You might have some brain damage. Uh-huh. You might have a little brain damage. But I tell you one thing that still work. Uh-huh. I tell you one thing that still work. That middle finger still work on Willie Lump Lump. And that daddy dry wood, he acting around here with these other women, it still work. Ooh, y'all, I'm getting pettier and pettier. I'll see y'all in the comments.